starting off a little bit chilly out there. Some areas have actually dropped into the 30s, and you know it's cold when I match the temperature map. Right now, Bel Air, you guys currently sit at 37 degrees, 38 in Aberdeen, 47 downtown, and 44 for you all in Annapolis. Overall, this places us about 10 to 20 degrees colder out there compared to this time 24 hours ago. So really feeling that added chill. I would go with a thicker jacket this morning. The kids will want that as well as they head out to school. We have this area of low pressure, this cold front skirting offshore, so we have cooler air filtering in on the back side of it. This area of high pressure that's focused just to the south of Minneapolis is going to continue to drift eastward throughout the day, leaving us with mostly clear skies tonight. This is going to allow for widespread freeze conditions to occur as we head into the overnight hours. But just a few sprinkles are popping up across the western half of the state. We could encounter a few sprinkles throughout the day today, but much of the day is looking to be fairly dry. We have temps that are going to stay below average in the temperature department, so only rising into the mid-50s this afternoon. Yesterday, we were 1 degree shy of 60 at the airport. Today will be a few degrees cooler than that. We have a sunrise time of 6:22 and a sunset time just before 7:50 this evening. Winds will be out of the northwest. They will be gusting up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. So this is also the reason why temps will be a little bit below average today. We're typically supposed to be around 68 degrees for this time of year, so we're likely going to be about 10 degrees below that. Just a few sprinkles are possible throughout the day into the afternoon with plenty of breaks of sunshine. We do have temps that are likely going to stay in the 50s during the afternoon, dropping into the 40s as we head closer to the 9 o'clock hour. And then look at this, we bottom out at or below freezing across many areas tonight. Protect those plants while you still can. Tonight, starting at 2 o'clock, we have freeze warnings that go into effect. As temps could drop anywhere from 26 to 30 degrees, this could potentially harm or kill any sensitive vegetation that you work so hard to plant. So just cover them up or bring them indoors. Your 7-day meteorologist Stevie Daniels. The time now is 4:46 on this Monday morning. Let's check out your super 7-day forecast. If you have plans to work outside today, it's not going to be a bad day for it. It's going to feel a little bit more fall-like rather than spring. We have temps that are going to likely stay in the 50s this afternoon, and we also have those breezy northwest winds, which will help keep our temps below average. So bringing us a little bit more of that fall-like chill to the air. Tonight we dip down right around freezing, even slightly below it in many areas. So widespread freeze conditions are expected tonight. As we head into tomorrow morning, it's going to be a very cold start to your Tuesday. You'll want to break out the winter coat tomorrow. Temps will be rising near 60 degrees as we get into the afternoon, so warming up a little bit, keeping a lot of that sunshine around. And then a few spotty showers can't be ruled out for your Wednesday, so you might want to break out the umbrella. We have a high of 72 degrees, and as we head into the later parts of this week, warming things up even more. We'll get close to 80 on Friday, dealing with mostly sunny skies as we wrap up the week. Daniels, the time now is 5 o'clock on this Monday morning. Let's take a quick peek at radar right now because it's picking up on a few light rain showers, perhaps some patchy drizzle, sliding into portions of central Maryland, especially around northern Anne Arundel County, so edging into Elk Ridge and also Severn, just to the north of Bowie. Any rainfall that we see throughout the morning hours is going to be generally light, just a few spotty sprinkles. That's what we can expect as we head into the afternoon. This is all in the wake of a cold front that moved through yesterday. So you can see that cooler air is starting to reside and really seep in across the eastern portion of the United States. High pressure focused just to the west of Chicago is going to slowly start to filter in. This is going to help our temps plummet tonight. We're talking about widespread freeze conditions as we wake up tomorrow morning. It's feeling chilly out there already, starting things off in the 30s and 40s. You'll want that thick jacket before you leave the house. And as we head into meteorologist Stevie Daniels, the time now is 5:11 on this Monday morning. Let's take a glance at your full forecast because we're starting off a little bit chillier than we were yesterday. Overall, this is about a 10 to 20 degree temperature difference. We're starting things off in the 30s and 40s. A little bit of a cool down from yesterday morning. So right now, areas most likely are sitting in the 30s just to the north of the Baltimore Metro, 46 degrees in Annapolis, 39 for everyone over in Centerville. You might want that thicker jacket before you leave the house, and you might even need some of those windshield wipers going at a very slow speed because we do have some light showers that are grazing the skies this morning, traveling through northern Anne Arundel County out by Severn, just to the north of Annapolis. And some of this light rain is also being detected out by Chestertown, even across our northwestern suburbs, so just to the north of Martinsburg. Here's a glance at your school day forecast. The kids will want to dress in extra layers this morning. Right around lunchtime, 48 degrees. And then for the bus ride home, 53. So we only have temperatures rising into the mid-50s today. You can blame the winds for that. They are going to be coming in out of this northeast direction. So this is actually a cooling wind. This is going to help keep it a little bit on the cooler side, giving us a more fall-like feel throughout the day. Wind gusts will be kicking up anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. So you might need to hang on to your hat, and you'll need that long sleeve shirt on today. Here's a look at temperatures as we get closer to 2 to 3 o'clock. We'll be right around the low to mid 50s. Yesterday we hit a high close to 60 degrees. We'll be a little bit cooler than that, and then our temps really start to plummet down near that freezing mark as we head overnight. High pressure builds in. This is going to yield clear skies and light winds, allowing for radiational cooling to occur. We're talking about a widespread freeze overnight. We have freeze warnings that go into effect at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning through 10 o'clock in the morning. So now is the time to bring in those plants, cover them up as well if you can't bring them indoors. We have those widespread freeze warnings, not just for areas north and west of the Chesapeake Bay, but this also includes the eastern shore and all of Delmarva. Your 7-day forecast, we're back up into the low 60s tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. A few showers are possible, so some of these raindrops may have a pretty hard time making it to the surface. But overall, radar is just showing some areas of green out there. So across northern Anne Arundel County, let me know if you're seeing some light rain showers also stretching into Kent County and northern Queen Anne's. You can send me a picture if you want to at stevie.daniels@WMAR.com. We have our temps on the cooler side this morning. You will notice a difference in the air. Grab the thicker jacket because you'll certainly need it. We are starting off above freezing across many areas, so not too bad, but a definite noticeable difference. 46 degrees in Annapolis, 35 up in Jarrettsville, which is about 10 to 20 degrees colder out there this morning. I'll lay out more details on what you can expect throughout your day and this week coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
All right, Stevie. Thanks.
Stevie Daniels. The time now is 5:47 on this Monday morning. We're taking a look at your full forecast. Radar right now is picking up on a few stray showers that are sliding into our northwestern suburbs, sliding into Martinsburg right now, about to enter Frederick County and also falling up and down the eastern shore. But as we take a look at your temps right now this morning, this is really the biggest story in the weather department. Otherwise, we are just dealing with a few sprinkles out there, some virga happening, which I mentioned earlier. It's basically when the water droplet that falls high upstairs from the atmosphere, it evaporates before it hits the ground. Because we have so much dry air in place, it's likely not even going to hit the surface. We have these temps starting off in the 30s and 40s. It is definitely feeling chillier out there. Overall, about 10 to 20 degrees colder out there this morning. I would grab the thicker jacket, and then the winter coat, you'll need to dust that off because tonight that's when things really start to get cold. So if you work so hard to plant some of those beautiful flowers outside, if you potted them on your front porch, you need to cover them up tonight, or even just bring them inside to protect them because temps are really going to start to plummet. We only rise into the mid-50s this afternoon. We do have a mix of sun and clouds. A few sprinkles can't be completely ruled out of the question, but we do have these winds that are going to help keep us below average today. They are going to be clocking in out of the northwest with wind gusts anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour. You'll feel that wind whipping out there today. But Futurecast shows that we stay mostly rain-free. We do have a mix of sun and clouds expected. Temps are going to plummet very quickly as we head overnight. We have clear skies, light winds. This is going to set the stage for radiational cooling. A very big cool down expected with temps hovering at or below freezing in almost every single location, especially to the north of Annapolis. It could be feeling a tad bit milder for you all in Annapolis, Stevensville, and also Easton, but likely dropping below that freezing mark for areas closer to the state line. We do have freeze warnings that begin shortly after midnight tonight through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the entire area. This also includes southern Pennsylvania, portions of Virginia, and even all of Delmarva, as temps could fall as low as 26 degrees. This could really harm any sensitive plants or crops, so just make sure you protect them. Back in the low 60s tomorrow with extra sunshine. Regions highlighted in purple will be under freeze warnings, as temps could fall as low as 26 to even 30 degrees. It's likely going to be a winter-like start, so hello springtime in Maryland. But don't worry, we start to warm things up throughout this week. We have temps hitting the low 60s tomorrow afternoon, and then we should be back in the 70s as we head into your Wednesday. Upper 70s Thursday and Friday. We could be talking about temps near 80 degrees by the end of the week. And then I am tracking upcoming rain chances, which is very good because we do desperately need the rain. We're still suffering from moderate to severe drought concerns that are continuing to plague central Maryland. About a 20% chance of precipitation today. We're already starting to see some of those light showers clip the area this morning. And then a few spotty showers can't be ruled out late Tuesday night into your Wednesday. But overall this weekend, both days look a little bit unsettled, looking a little bit wet in nature. So you'll need to keep paying attention to radar if you have any outdoor plans. Christy, we are taking a live look outside this morning. Westminster is starting off dry with plenty of clouds out there right now, but the lights are shining on the field. You can see that the field is dry and it's not looking too shabby this morning, but just keep in mind it's feeling a little bit cooler than yesterday. Overall, about 10 to 20 degrees of a temperature difference. We're really feeling that added chill across our northwestern suburbs where temperatures have actually cooled down into the 30s. So 38 degrees in Bel Air, 39 in Aberdeen. Good morning to everyone in Centerville. You guys are also sitting in the upper 30s. But here's a glance at your school day forecast. We have a mix of sun and clouds today. The bulk of the day will stay dry. There are some spotty light showers that are trying to trickle through the area this morning, so it couldn't hurt just to grab the jacket with a hood. But overall, as we head into the afternoon, we look to stay a little bit below average, nearly 10 degrees below normal, with most areas only hitting the mid-50s. This afternoon. Yesterday felt amazing. It was bright and sunny. We also had temperatures hitting the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees, but today will be noticeably cooler because of these winds. This is a cooling wind coming in out of the northwest. There could be some areas around the higher elevations that actually see wind gusts in that 30-mile-per-hour range. Right now, radar is trying to pick up on a few of those light spotty showers that are drifting into Frederick County this morning and even falling across the bay, entering Chestertown and areas in Queen Anne's County. But some of these raindrops may have a hard time reaching the surface. It's a thing we call virga, and basically they evaporate before they reach the ground because we have so much dry air in place. So much of the day is going to be dry. We'll see a little bit more in the way of sunshine throughout the second half of the day, and temps will drop into the 20s and 30s as we head overnight. It is going to be a very cold night that we can expect, so hopefully you can cover up or bring the plants indoors tonight because we have freeze warnings. A widespread freeze is expected tonight. After midnight, that's when these warnings go into effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. This could potentially harm or kill any sensitive plants or crops that you have, so take those precautions right now. Temps will fall as low as 26 degrees. This is the reason why we have widespread freeze warnings up and down Delmarva and even across our northwestern suburbs. Back in the 60s, though, tomorrow afternoon. So looking at your 7-day forecast, it's not looking too bad. We'll be back up near 80 temperatures, dropping near that freezing mark, even a little bit below it. Closer to the state line, there could be areas dropping into the mid-20s. So this could really harm any sensitive plants outside. So cover them up before you head to bed this evening. We'll likely stay in the mid-50s through the afternoon, dropping into the 40s as we approach 8 to 9 o'clock. But then into your Tuesday, hitting the low 60s, so a little bit warmer. We have more sunshine, so not a bad day to walk your furry friend. Winds will be a little bit more relaxed as well. And then Wednesday, we get back into the 70s. There could be a few stray showers that pop up during the afternoon with some broken clouds. But then get ready for this because we are going to be close to 80 degrees by the end of the week. And our morning temperatures will start to trend upwards as well. So we'll only be dropping into the mid-50s as we head into your Saturday morning. And both days this weekend could feature on and off rain chance. Morning, it is feeling chilly outside. You'll want that thick jacket on. We have this area of high pressure sitting just to the west of Detroit, and this is actually funneling in some cooler air. We have winds that are going to pick up throughout the day out of the northwest, so this is going to keep us below average in the temperature department. We're starting things off in the 30s and 40s. degrees. Heading into the afternoon, we'll likely only be hitting the mid-50s today. So I'm forecasting a high temperature of 56 degrees at the airport. We do have a mix of sun and clouds in store for today with just a few spotty showers. Some of that activity is already grazing the skies this morning, but any rain activity that we deal with throughout the day today is going to be generally light. Like I was just mentioning, we have this northwesterly wind flow. There could be some locations around the higher elevation regions that actually experience those wind gusts around 30 miles per hour today. That's going to make it feel more fall-like rather than spring or even summer like what we dealt with last week. Radar right now is picking up on a few of those sprinkles that are gliding eastward this morning. There is plenty of dry time. There will be plenty of dry time throughout the day with a mixture of sun and clouds as we get into the afternoon. But then here's a look at tonight. We drop off well below average. Get ready for those temps to start off near freezing and even below that. So we have freeze warnings that begin at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning through 10 o'clock tomorrow morning as well. So during this time period, these temperatures are going to be so cold, as low as 26 degrees to 36 degrees out there. This isn't just for central Maryland, including the Baltimore Metro, but also Washington, D.C. will be under this alert, and even locations up and down the eastern shore. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and even Virginia will be under these alerts as well. But I promise that we will start to warm things up as we take a look at your 7-day forecast. We have temps that will slowly start to creep up throughout the week, not just our afternoon highs, but also check out the morning low temperatures. So they'll rise back into the 50s. So we trend milder later this week. Look at this. We'll be back up near 80 by Friday. And then